I don't know if anyone will ever hear this. Maybe these words will rot in the same darkness that's swallowing me whole. But if somehow you're listening, take this as a warning. There are places in this world that were never meant to be entered. Places that feed on curiosity and arrogance. I should have known better. I should have stayed away from the asylum. They called it the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum when it opened in 1864. At first, it was meant to house just a few hundred patients, but by the mid-20th century, thousands were crammed inside. People whispered about cruel doctors, botched lobotomies, and patients chained to walls in dark, airless rooms. By the 1990s, it closed down. The staff vanished, the patients relocated, and the doors locked for good. But the building didn't die. The town whispered about strange lights at night, about voices carried on the wind. Teenagers dared each other to sneak inside, but none stayed long. Some didn't come back at all. I knew those stories, but part of me thought they were just urban legends. I told myself I wanted answers, maybe even footage for my channel. But the truth, I wanted to prove I wasn't afraid. I should have been terrified. It was late October when I finally drove out there. The asylum sat just outside Weston, West Virginia, at the end of a cracked road no one bothered to maintain. My headlights cut across trees that leaned too close, their branches like blackened hands clawing at the night. When the asylum came into view, I felt my stomach drop. It loomed at the top of a hill, massive and skeletal. Its stone wings stretched out endlessly, windows shattered, black eyes staring into nothing. Even from the car, I could smell rot drifting down the hill. I killed the engine and sat in silence. The night was too quiet, no crickets, no wind, just a heavy stillness pressing against my ears. My hands trembled as I grabbed my flashlight and recorder. "Just an old building," I whispered. "That's all." But I didn't believe it. The front doors were chained shut, but I found a broken window around the side. Climbing through, I landed in what must have been the reception area. My light swept across peeling paint, shattered glass crunching under my boots, and a desk covered in decades of dust. Behind it, a faded sign read, "Welcome to Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum." The air inside was worse, thick, damp, laced with mildew and something metallic. It smelled like rust or blood. My footsteps echoed too loudly as I moved down the hall. Wheelchairs lay overturned, gurneys abandoned mid-corridor. Someone had spray-painted words on the wall, "Don't listen, don't stay." That should have been my first clue to turn back. The first hour was quiet, almost disappointingly so. I wandered through offices filled with mold-eaten files, wards lined with rusted beds, bathrooms where porcelain sinks were ripped from the walls. My flashlight beam quivered as I tried doors that groaned but held fast. But then the sounds began. At first, just faint creaks above me, like footsteps on the floor above. I told myself it was just the building settling. Old wood shifting. Nothing more. But then came the whisper. So soft I thought it was the wind at first. A woman's voice, stretched and broken. "Help me." I froze, heart hammering. My recorder caught nothing but static. I pressed on, convincing myself it was my imagination. But the further I went, the stronger the sense of being watched became. I couldn't shake the feeling that something was following just beyond the edge of my light. In one of the patient rooms, I found carvings on the wall. Dozens of names scratched into the plaster with fingernails or broken glass. Beneath them, a phrase repeated over and over, "The walls are listening." My chest tightened. I tried to laugh it off, but the sound died in my throat. The whispers returned, closer now. This time, more than one voice. Dozens, overlapping, hissing. I swung my light in every direction. Nothing. Empty room, just me and the scratching words on the wall. I wanted to leave. I should have left, but something pulled me deeper, like the building itself was drawing me in. I reached the basement stairs around midnight. The metal steps groaned under my weight as I descended into the dark. The smell hit me first, damp, rotting, thick enough to gag. My beam swept across tiled walls streaked brown, drains in the floor clogged with debris. This was the asylum's morgue. Drawers for bodies lined one wall, most rusted shut. A single gurney sat in the center, leather restraints dangling. I forced myself to approach, my hands shaking so badly I could barely hold the light. That's when I noticed the restraints weren't empty. Flesh still clung to them. Blackened, mummified hands reaching up, as though whoever had been strapped there never left. The whispers surged into screams. I stumbled back, dropping my recorder. The gurney screeched across the floor as though shoved by invisible hands. The drawers rattled, slamming open and shut, one after another, until the room shook with the sound. I bolted up the stairs, heart slamming in my chest. But the asylum wasn't finished with me. The hallways had changed. I swear the corridor I ran into wasn't the same one I'd come down. Doors that hadn't been there before lined the walls, each one cracked open just enough to show darkness inside. From those doors, hands reached out. Pale, skeletal, twitching fingers brushing the air as I ran. The whispers had become laughter now, high-pitched, broken, echoing around me. I turned corner after corner, but the building stretched on endlessly. No matter which way I went, I couldn't find the entrance. The asylum was alive, shifting around me, trapping me. That's when I saw them. Figures in the distance shuffling toward me. Patients, gaunt, twisted, faces hidden in shadow. Their mouths hung open too wide, black voids where voices spilled out. They moved slowly, but no matter how fast I ran, they were closer every time I looked back. I don't remember falling, but suddenly I was in another room. My flashlight rolled across the floor, beam landing on stacks of old journals. I grabbed one, flipping through pages filled with cramped handwriting. They weren't doctor's notes, they were confessions. Experiments, torture, starvation, lobotomies performed without anesthesia. Patients begged for mercy that never came, and scrawled on the final page, "The asylum takes what you give it." We gave it lives, now it will never stop feeding. The temperature plummeted. My breath clouded the air as a shadow rose in front of me, towering, shapeless, blacker than the dark around it. The whispers stopped. Silence pressed in until my ears rang. Then the shadow spoke, not with one voice, but with thousands. Men, women, children, screaming in unison. "You are ours now." I ran blindly, crashing through halls that twisted like a maze. Every door led to another dead end, every stairwell back to the same hallway. My light flickered and died, plunging me into blackness. But I wasn't alone. Hands closed around my arms, my neck dragging me down. Faces leaned close, their hollow eyes inches from mine. The laughter filled my skull until I thought it would split. I don't know how long I fought, maybe seconds, maybe hours. But eventually, I stopped struggling, and that's when I realized the asylum didn't want me dead. It wanted me here. I don't remember leaving, but somehow I woke outside, sprawled in the dirt at the edge of the woods. The asylum loomed above, silent, as though nothing had happened. My recorder was still in my pocket. I listened to the playback later, desperate for proof. But all it captured was static until the end. Just before the tape cut off, a voice whispered my name, and I know it wasn't mine. That was 3 nights ago. I haven't slept since. The whispers follow me everywhere now. In the walls of my apartment, in the static of the TV, in the silence between heartbeats. I see faces in mirrors that aren't my own. Shadows move where there shouldn't be any. I think the asylum let me go on purpose. Not to free me, but to spread. Because last night, as I lay awake, I heard the front door of my apartment creak open, and the laughter that spilled inside was the same laughter I heard in the dark halls of Trans-Allegheny. If you're hearing this, it's already too late. The asylum isn't just a place. It's alive. And it's coming for you next.